Oh, hello. Oh my goodness, so much stuff for the brain. Always, always, always feeding the brain. However, are you a self-improvement junkie? You've read all the books, listened to the podcasts, gone to the seminars, and and the TED Talks, and you've indexed many of them, yet you still feel like the same person. Nothing has really changed. Yeah, there's been some improvement, but perhaps it's not been lasting, right? And a part of you knows that you're meant for something grander, that you deserve a more meaningful life. Yet it's elusive, it's right outside of your grasp. Well, it's not your fault why things aren't happening the way that you want them to. It's very hard to stay motivated. I like to say motivation is like caffeine. When we have it, we are all fired up. But when it wanes, man, we can feel like an energy drink in the wrong time zone. So, how do you stay motivated? How do you, after spending all of that money on a 3-day event, not keep it going? In less than 30 days, you're basically doing all of the same things again. You're not applying any of those great new concepts or ways of living. Again, I'm going to say that it's not your fault. And that's because the brain is hardwired for consistency, right? It likes to know what to expect. It feels safe when it knows what to expect. So when we veer from what we normally do, our body, our brains, our old lizard brains combat that because it's dangerous, right? So keep on doing what you're doing until the day that you die, no matter how boring that might be. Okay, so but our brains are, we have neuroplasticity. We can change the way our brain wires and fires. So today I'm going to share my three surprising three ways to keep motivation alive, even when you're bored, frustrated, distracted, or in a bad mood. Okay, so the first one is knowing versus doing. It doesn't mean crap if you know something and you're not doing it. It's the same as not knowing. You might know it, but if you're not doing it, and so I don't mean for that to sound like a lecture. I'm not trying to scold you. It's just that point number one is to start putting your knowing into action. Okay, so that means getting a notebook or a planner or something and just picking one aspect that you'd like to improve on. So for me right now, it's learning Spanish, becoming fluent in Spanish. And so you'll create then from that one idea, depending on how you prefer to think, you'll either do a bottom up approach or a top down approach. So top down means I'm fluent in Spanish. What does that look like? Well, it looks like I spent every day for X amount of time working on that. It also looks like I socialized and practiced that. So you go from you where you are as the dream finish come true to what does that mean today? So today for me, that means a minimum of a half hour socializing, speaking Spanish, as well as doing my online Spanish course. And I like memorize. And so then the other way is bottom up. Just think, what can I do today? One more action today, one more applicable step that you know is taking you in the direction that you desire. Okay, so step number one, get it out of your head, make it just knowing, and turn it into doing, turn it into actions. And you're going to have way more success if you have an accountability partner. Okay, you need somebody who's professionally trained and understands all of the things that go on in the mind that come up to block us from being able to achieve what we want and deserve rapidly and properly under grace. Number two, think of your motivation like baby steps. When babies learn how to walk, when people are watching, every single step is a yay, yay, yay celebration, right? And walking farther is a bigger celebration. Same with riding a bike or learning to swim, or all of these things were done one pedal stroke, one swim stroke, one step at a time. Celebrate your successes in order to achieve what you want based on all of that stuff you've self-helped yourself into. Serve yourself up a portion of it and begin to dive in. Okay, so step two is baby steps. You've got the plan, make them small, and then celebrate them. Celebrate them like you would a baby learning how to walk. Okay, so that doesn't mean you go and buy yourself $1,000 ring because you did one action. You know what I mean? So you're going to make it creatable. And the other thing that I'd really like to talk about that I've never really mentioned before, but it is valuable now, is to celebrate it on social media. So let other people know what you're up to, what you learned, what you're up to, and what you're doing about it. And then post your actions so that you can get support of those people also with your baby steps. It's not just you. And then, of course, number two leans into get a legit accountability partner. I have five, which also means that I'm five for others as well. And each one of them is for a different aspect or area of my life. A legit accountability partner will not let you off the hook. They will not let you give excuses and wane and forget and be nice. They will be firm, they will be benevolent, they will hold you accountable. Okay, and then number three is to stop seeking more knowledge. Stop it, people. You've read the books, you've listened to the podcasts, you've watched the TED Talks, you've spent thousands of dollars on workshops, trainings, and seminars, and yet here you are, unfulfilled. Okay? Stop bringing in new knowledge. You already have a great springboard of knowledge to start from. And if you don't, pick an area that you've overtaught yourself, over self improved, and start there. Stop chasing those new distractions. Okay, so stop bringing in new knowledge. You have enough. Begin applying the knowledge that you have. Go through all of your old notebooks and such and get them into digital format so that you can get rid of those notebooks. You can donate some of those regular books that you've read and that you don't read regularly, and so on. So lighten your load. Stop bringing in new stuff. Get everything digitalized and find an accountability partner who's no longer going to allow you to be a try me baby. Like a whiny baby, a try me baby. Try me babies are people who go, well, I tried that, but it didn't work. Oh, well, I tried that once and it was a disaster. And the thing about that is, let me tell you the truth, people. It's that we will try something once and give up on it. But think of all of those things that we do in our lives that aren't for our greater good. They're not for our best health. They're not for our best emotional strength, but we continue to do them and allow them on a regular basis. Okay, so you're going to do more than give it the old college try. And I've talked before about motivation. I just want to say this one more thing. Motivation is like caffeine because we overdo it and then we crash. You want to go from crash to flow. And accountability helps keep you there. It all starts with desire. So be motivated for something that you truly desire and you want in your life. Okay, now here's the bonus because we can't go a week without the breath. Here's your first step. I'm going to help get you started. If you're not driving, get comfortable and close your eyes and begin to focus on your breath. Begin to breathe in deeper, longer, slower and more mindful. And then exhale deeper, longer, slower. And just relax at the bottom of that exhalation. And do that 2 more times, breathing in deeply, fully, expanding. Exhale, relax, let go. Be centered here and now. 1 more time, in big and full. Out deep and slow. And then take this moment just to connect to your true source, your higher power, your God light. And feel that unconditional love that's yours by divine right in abundance. And ask this question. Today, what is my next best step? Thank you. And then go ahead and open your eyes. And if that was a great message, then put it into play. If you didn't get a message, that's part of what I specialize in, helping you understand if it's your true voice, your God light speaking, or if it's your ego trying to run the show. We can cut through things rapidly and properly under grace when you do this technique with me. And it also ties into my NLP training and so many other things that I've done because I'm El Graniel, the founder of Truespeak and the author of 3 international best-selling books. And guess what? Right now, I have $8,000 in angel funding to share with you. So stop hesitating, stop waiting, stop wondering, stop whining, stop complaining, stop trying. Let's chat. It's easy to reach me. You know how by now. Subscribe, like, follow. Looking forward to seeing you again next week. And hop on my calendar ASAP. So until then, aloha always.